All right, MzeroA Nation, Jason here. Part 2 of our briefing and approach. We're going to fly that approach, or at least in theory, we're going to go fly that approach. I'll let you listen to the ATIS and see if we can figure out why together here.
RNAV GPS runway 18 approach in use.
That might be it right there.
Departures, advise ground controller direction of flight. Use caution for a crane operating just south of the control tower to 100 feet. Advise on initial contact you have Bravo.
Bravo.
Ocala Tower, information Bravo, 1151 Zulu, wind 170 at 6, visibility 10, sky condition 1000 scattered, ceiling 2200 overcast, temperature 23, dew point 22, altimeter 3002, RNAV GPS runway 18 approach in use, VFR departures, advise ground controller direction.
So they're using the RNAV approach.
The control tower to 100 feet. Advise on initial contact.
The RNAV 18 approach. We just spent part 1 of our video briefing 3.6. I have 3.6 pulled up. I filed to a fix. I filed to AMBAC at runway 3.6. However, always thinking ahead of the airplane, I also have the 18 approach briefed. So here's what I'm going to try. We're going to, again, this isn't scripted or anything. I'm going to pick up my clearance here. We're going to try to see if we can still shoot 3.6, let us circle 18. If not, we've got 18 as our backup plan. Always having a backup plan in aviation. Let's call Tower and see what they're up to first. Morning, Ocala Tower, Skyhawk 2-3, Mike Zulu.
Skyhawk 2-3, Mike Zulu, Ocala Tower, Ocala Ground, good morning.
Or we have an IFR right back to here. We're ready to copy that.
Skyhawk 3, Mike Zulu is cleared to the Ocala Airport as filed. Maintain 2,000. Expect 4,000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 118.6. Squawk 4220.
2-3 Mike Zulu is cleared to Ocala as filed 2,000, 4,010, 118.6, 4220. We have Bravo. We're ready to taxi.
Skyhawk 3, Mike Zulu, read back correct. Runway 18, taxi via Alpha.
18 via Alpha. 2-3 Mike Zulu, thank you. All right, so far so good. They gave me as filed. And again, what I asked for was, I'm filed Ocala to AMBAC. I'll show you that. Ocala to AMBAC, and then obviously if I'm going to AMBAC, they can assume that I'm flying right on in to 3.6. Whether they let me circle, whether or not, it is truly IFR. Well, not truly IFR by that, but it's certainly overcast. It's up a little bit higher, but still just something to be concerned with, always having that backup plan. Like I said, I also have the GPS 18 ready to go as well. So I'm going to taxi on out here to 18. Honestly, if I'm able to take off 18, go straight to AMBAC and come back, it would make for a much easier day, an easier flight. My instrument pilots know that oftentimes approach after approach, especially round robins like this, can get to be quite a bit. So let's go ahead and let's taxi on over to 18, and I'll knock out my run-up checklist. And then I'll get as ready to go as I can. I'm just putting myself direct to Ocala for now. And I'm preloading the Avidyne with just direct to Ocala. We'll get up there and we can kind of see what they want us to do. I've got Ocala in here and I got the approach button right there, ready to go to load whatever approach they need me to do. Because you know, I have a funny feeling that they're going to end up changing some things. I'm going to flip-flop over to Tower now since there's no one else here. I'm next to go, and I'm going to knock out my run-up. I'm going to get 118.6 as my next frequency. I've got my transponder 4220 already in there. Everything else is loaded and looking good to go. Let's knock out that run-up. Hold the brakes, flight controls free and correct, right side up, left side down, left side up, right side down, full back, full forward, and using that rudder there. Instruments set. Everything's good. Fuel selector, both. Trim set for takeoff up to 1700 right here. Mag check. Left side. Nice drop, back to both. Right side. Same identical drop. Back to both. Carburetor heat. Carb temp rises, dropping RPM, great. Engine instruments, check. Oil pressure is good, oil temp's green and rising. Fuel is full, CO level is 0. Batteries charging, volts look good, carb temp's great where it's at. OAT 74, no issues there, but back to idle with the carburetor heat. All set. Radio's confirmed correct. Everything else looks good. I'm on tower. 18.6 is next. I've got both approaches briefed. I have both approaches ready to go at any second. It's the touch of 2 buttons to get the next approach ready that they want me to actually fly, because I do have a funny feeling they're going to be changing things, but I'm ready for that change. I'm anticipating that change. Everything is all set here. Lights all on. Flaps are up. My door is the only thing I'm leaving open just for a second here. Let's give them a call. Morning, Ocala Tower, Skyhawk 23, Mike Zulu, Alpha 118, awaiting IFR release.
Skyhawk 23, Mike Zulu, Ocala Tower, good morning. Hold short of runway 18. I'll have the release here in just a moment.
Hold short, thank you, 23, Mike Zulu. All right, so we are just going to wait a second and see. Confirm I do have GPS 36 on my lap here. I've got the autopilot all set up, ready to go, in case I need just a little help in this single pilot environment as I'm programming, if I need to switch plates. I've got the autopilot there, ready to go. I imagine they're going to give me a heading. Altitude was originally up to 2,000 feet, so I'll bug that. I'll get a heading ready to go. I'll put it on 180 for now. Let's see what he says.
Skyhawk 23, Mike Zulu, still waiting release from Jax.
No problem, thank you. That was nice, though. Sometimes you're sitting here and you're just wondering what's happening, but he has to pick up the phone, call Jax, see where they want me. This is Jax airspace, technically, once I get up and above the Delta. My hand's just here waiting for a heading, that's what I'm assuming. Lean this out just a bit since we're sitting. I'll go full rich, door closed, and everything once we're clear. Imagine Jax doesn't like what I tried to file. That's probably what's happening right now.
23 Mike Zulu, turn right heading 270, climb and maintain 3000, runway 18 cleared for takeoff.
270, 3000, 18 clear for takeoff. Thank you, 23 Mike Zulu. Let's change both. I got 270 bugged, 3000. Mixture's going rich. Closing the floor to air conditioning. Doors closed, latch confirmed. Pilot side confirmed. Final is clear. Lights all on. Everything looks good. Let's go. All right, confirm 18 outside, 18 on the compass, 18 on the synthetic vision, smoothly applying full power, adding that right rudder in there. Heels are on the floor, toes the bottom of the pedals. Confirm inside airspeed is live, confirm inside engine gauge is green, green, green. Nice and light with just me on board, and here we go. Looking good. I still have just Ocala loaded in here. Basically, I'm assuming if they're giving me a west turn, they're going to give me exactly what I'm asking for. But we will confirm that here in a bit. And we will see together.
Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, contact Jacksonville approach. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Over Jax, see you in a bit, 23 Mike Zulu. I'm going to call up Jax with an ident here. Or Jax, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, just off Ocala's runway 18, 900, climbing 3000, turning 270.
Number 23 Mike Zulu, Jax approach. Number 23 Mike Zulu, Jackson's departure, radar contact a mile south of Ocala, stay in tension.
We'd like to shoot the GPS 36, circle 18 to a full stop if that's available.
Number 123 Mike Zulu, Roger. You expect actually have your request.
Thank you. Well, we
3 Mike Zulu, how does November 3 Mike Zulu, how does approach terminate?
into a full stop, please. All right, 270 up to 3,000. He's going to give me what we need. So procedure, RNAV 36. We're going to confirm AMBAC.
November 4, correction, November 4 Bravo Whiskey, contact Jack's approach on 127.77.
And we're good to go. And I've got direct AMBAC loaded. Hold 270, climbing up to 3,000. We've already briefed our approach, but we're going to brief it again here to get ahead. Yes, especially with us thinking about different approaches and everything else. Yes, this is the RNAV runway 36 approach into Ocala. 004 is my approach course. I'm looking for Malstar lightings. I have my missed approach already, which is my climb to 2100 direct to Kufjo and hold.
3 Mike Zulu, do you want vectors for this approach, or did you want your approach from AMBAC?
From AMBAC would be fantastic. 23 Mike Zulu.
23 Mike Zulu, clear direct AMBAC.
Clear direct AMBAC, thank you. 23 Mike Zulu. So I'm direct AMBAC. Now I'm kind of self-vectoring myself here to AMBAC, and this is why you'll see when you're briefing an approach in the air like this, I'm about to fly into IFR conditions. I'll keep hand flying in here, but I'm being vectored. He's not giving me a head into AMBAC. He's saying, hey, just go direct AMBAC. I've got everything already loaded. That's why thinking ahead of the airplane is so valuable here. 2400 climbing 3000.
Approaching altitude.
Approach altitude, 500 to go.
6936 Mike, radar
about a
contact
south heading to help reel back in AMBAC here.
Start heading 240 vectors for traffic departing Gainesville.
All's looking good.
From a 36 Mike, clear direct Ocala.
200 feet to go.
537.
Starting to bring my course back in. 100 feet to go. Anticipating that and leveling the nose, power, bringing some power back. 63 RPM, putting a little carbine on just for fun in the clouds. Pitot heat also is coming on. Just to be safe. Holding 3000. Holding south as my heading.
100 Jackson.
You can see both my courses as they're coming in here. A little bit of a sink correcting. Turning to my heading now about a 200, 200.
Jet 100, radar contact 3 miles northeast of
in this
Gainesville.
environment, I can kind of brief my approach chunk by chunk, but this is why, I hope makes a great point as to why we brief on the ground. If we don't have, we're very blessed to have an autopilot, but and we're not using it right now. If I didn't have that autopilot, you're hand flying in the clouds, you're self-vectoring to AMBAC, as you said, turn direct to AMBAC, assuming you know how to get to AMBAC, you're maintaining your altitude, you're in the clouds, it can get stressful, so I know I missed approach 2100, I'm proceeding direct to AMBAC.
30 Mike, clear direct AMBAC.
He's clearing somebody else direct to AMBAC now. I'm just listening. Direct to AMBAC. When I get to AMBAC, I've got all my...
23 Mike Zulu, clear direct AMBAC.
We're proceeding direct to AMBAC, 23 Mike Zulu. I guess that was first one's for us, although it wasn't our call sign. Even though we already cleared us direct to AMBAC. Again, more little distractions, right? We're just doing what we know how to do here.
November 476 Alpha Bravo.
Direct to AMBAC. I've got my altitudes. I'm expecting he's going to give us a descent here in just a bit, probably down to 2,000, which I have all my altitudes loaded in there because it's 2,000 at Tulsa. Looking good. Holding 3,000. My circling approach on this is down to 580.
Who's that?
I can take this down to 580 as a circling approach.
Load is at 100, roger.
I'm just a little bit right at my 200. I have the wind. The wind's coming from like a 250 at 17 knots right now is what it says on the dynon. So I'm just crabbing just a little bit. About a 210, and that's helped me crab back in a little bit towards my course. Holding our altitude, doing great.
Load is at 100, contact Jack Center, 125.37.
All's looking good. Over like a 210, ain't quite that much. Wind's 256 at 18, it says up here. Kind of in between layers right now. 6 miles from Ambac. Turn the pitot heat off for a second until we get back in the clouds. .3,000, 6 miles from Ambac. During this downtime, it's a good time to brief and continue to set up for that approach. I know Ambac's 2,000 because I annotate everything 2017 at 5S is where I'll get glide slope interception, and I'm taking this down to 580 for my circling approach now. All looks good. My route pulled up there. A little bit of a sink, correcting. At 50 feet low, so just correcting.
Jack, Cirrus 16 Kilo Echo, request direct aid.
This heading, and maybe like a 205 is going to work even better to kind of hold it. 210 help me get back on route. 205 is going to probably work out best here. You can see we're holding that. If I show it to you this way, you kind of see that. You can see my route a little bit better. You can see where I'm going to end up. So this is kind of a cool view there too.
Three 6 Mike, roger, thank you. Number 580 Whiskey Charlie, Jack's approach. Advise me of information uniform. Expect on nav 11. 6 Alpha Bravo, climb maintain 10,000.
Up to 10,000 now for 6 Alpha Bravo.
This heading's working great. Right on that
Number
course.
30 Mike, 3 miles from Ambac, cross Ambac at 3,000, cleared on nav runway 36 approach. Circle west of the field for right base to runway 18.
23 Mike Zulu is cleared for the RNAV GPS runway 36 approach, and we'll circle west for that circle to 18. 23 Mike Zulu. And I'm be circling west.
Skyline November 14420 with you at 8,500.
And I am cleared for the approach as well. So once I hit Ambac, I'm going to drop it on down to 2,000 feet, heading towards Tulsa, as I'm already cleared for the approach. 2 miles from Ambac. 3,000 feet there. I'm going to go ahead and bug 2,000 feet as my next altitude. And that little buzzer was turn 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I can start my descent now. It says to get down to 2,000. And that turn in just a second as well. It's predicting my descent that I need to follow and fly. And in 7 seconds, making that turn. 4, 3, 2, 1. Start that turn.
Number 580 Whiskey Charlie, 1 miles from Koja, cross Koja, out above
nice
3,000, cleared on that runway 11 approach.
see how the wind switch adjusts this here. We're now
information Tango, current at Gainesville. The Gainesville
Tulsa.
is 3003.
Going into the sun too, this will add to it a little bit. Got my 2,000 feet bug, got a nice slow descent now. I got 4 miles to lose 1,000 feet, not a big deal.
Visibility is 10 miles, ceilings reported overcast at 900.
I do have a little bit of a tailwind now. I keep it coming down here into the sun, that's bright. A little bit of sun that's shining through that other layer. And I'm going to keep it coming on down here.
Star 517 November Delta, Jack's approach to Gainesville, altimeter 3003.
Looks good. You're going to think I'm crazy,
delay at Gainesville, stable class.
But I'm going to start configuring now for my landing. I know it sounds super crazy. I'm bringing the carburetor heat on. I'm adding 10 degrees of flaps in now. I always say the perfect airplane to do your instrument in is like a Cessna 150 because it flies so slow. I want to make this fly like a Cessna 150. I want to take everything slow. There's no need to rush or anything like that. So here I am, knocking out a good check. My before landing checklist, fuels on both, carb heat's on, flaps are 10, seatbelt's good. I am always thinking ahead of this airplane. So you can laugh at me that I'm still 14 miles out basically from the airport, and I'm got my flaps in already. I want to purposely take things slow. Too often people want to add their flaps in right at glide slope intercept, and where does the nose want to go when you want to do that? You're trying to grab your glide slope, you add flaps in, it causes the nose to balloon up. Start thinking ahead of the airplane. Take things slow. That's what we want to focus on. I don't mean to rant on that, but it's just
342 Romeo Charlie, contact
something I'm passionate about.
Tampa approach on 119.9er.
2 miles from Tulsa, 500 feet to go. My descent's perfect so far. That's just telling me to begin my descent the last 1,700 feet based on my glide path, because it's down, next is down to 1,700 feet.
November 3 Mike Zulu, contact Ocala Tower, 119.25.
Over to tower, have a great morning, 23 Mike Zulu.
Good morning.
All right, over to tower, and I'm just about Tulsa inbound, so I'll give him a ring here in just a second. Hello again, Ocala Tower, Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu's a mile from Tulsa.
Skyhawk 23 Mike Zulu, Ocala Tower, good morning again, and report Phoebus.
We'll call Phoebus, 23 Mike Zulu. All right, next leg in 3, 2, 1, and I can just keep that descent coming on down here because I need to be at Phoebus at 1,700 feet. I'm making a nice standard rate turn all the way around, descending to 1,700 feet. Got my flaps in, everything's happening nice and slow. Can't see the airport, there's a big old layer between it and I. Glide slope just popped up here. Let's hold this heading here and keep coming down 2,004, now bugging for 1,700. Got it. Back over to my heading. That wind is, again, as we work our way around, now the wind's got a quartering tailwind in a way. Again, that's why we're landing 1-8. There's something else to think about, and this is common with circling approaches, that on a circling approach, the reason they don't bring you down as low as well is the tailwind factor, because typically on a circling approach, you will have some sort of tailwind. There's a good reason why you're circling, because there's a better runway for that day. Now, could I have just shot the RNAV 1.8? Yes, but I wanted an opportunity to show you what also is possible. You can ask for the circle if you know what to expect and understand the not the consequences, but it just doesn't bring you down as low. You're typically with a tailwind, these sort of things. I need to drift just a bit more to the left here. That wind's really pushing me. 100 feet to lose. 6 miles from Phoebus. 100 feet to lose. Perhaps a little aggressive on that intercept.
Scala Tower, Skyline 1344 uniform, holding short 18, ready for release.
Skyline 1344 uniform, Ocala Tower, hold short runway 18, be just a couple of minutes. I've got traffic opposite direction on the ILS for 36.
Short, 4.4.
Looking good, adjusting my trim, because now I have those flaps in there. Something else to think about. Holding 1,700, 5 miles from Phoebus. Good little intercept angle, as you can see here. Should reel that back in a second. Adding my glide slope now into my scan. I'm going to go back to this synthetic vision mode. That way I have redundant glide slopes here, just as backup to backup in case something happens to the dynon. I've got a different backup, so I'm showing 2 glide slopes now, just so I have redundancy. Holding 1700, that course is coming in really nicely. Put the synthetic vision down there that way. Actually, I'm just kind of maintaining here. I'm not exactly creeping in on my course any, am I? I'll go a little bit more to the left, holding 1700, 3 from Phoebus. Now I'm starting to bring that course in finally. So I know I can go about 5 right when I want to maintain it. Just like when you're learning holding patterns, what heading is going to allow me to hold this, hold that track. Flying on in on an approach is very, very similar. Remembering what maintains the heading, and that'll adjust with altitude as well. Glide slope is alive, by the way. 2 miles from Phoebus.
Scout 23 Mike Zulu, what's your position now?
2 from Phoebus. Alright, glide slope's just slowly working its way on in, just as it should. 1.5 miles from Phoebus. One mile from Phoebus. Working through this kind of cruddy layer here. A little bit more of that left. That wind's actually getting a little stronger here. Alright, there's my glide slope, carb heat. Flaps already in. It's just power back, looking for 500 feet per minute. 23 Mike Zulu, Phoebus inbound.
Scout 23 Mike Zulu, roger, and circle west, report circling for runway 18.
We'll call the circle west, 23 Mike Zulu. Alright, bringing it on down here. Start nice descent, looking for about 500 feet per minute, and bringing it on down a little high. I need to go a little bit left. Not a big deal, nothing we can't fix here. Glide slope's already sneaking back in, as is our localizer. I bugged our altitude for 600 feet, so we have that set for us. 1400 for, I'm gonna call it just 600 for the circle. Back on glide slope, back on localizer. $1,200 for 600. Managing our airspeed here. Everything's looking great. $1,100 for 600.
Approaching altitude.
1,000 for 600. On the localizer, on the glide slope. This heading right here is holding it for us. Let me arrest that descent a little bit so it doesn't get too low. Just by adding a little bit of power. Perfect. 900 for 600. Remember how sensitive it's going to get the closer and closer we get. 800 for 600. Everything's looking great. Keeping her coming down, something slightly above glide slope. I'm not making big adjustments because just like that, I'm right back on glide slope. 700 for 600. The real circle is about 580. We'll start here around 650. We'll go ahead, we look outside. I have the runway in sight. And 23 Mike Zulu starting that circle to the west.
Scout 23 Mike Zulu, roger, and continue for runway 18.
Continuing for 18, 23 Mike Zulu. Got the runway in sight. I'm just breaking off my circle here. I'm going to turn the carb heat off just for a second because I want to maintain. This is the hardest part of a circle. I want to maintain those minimums. I want to maintain that 580 or 600 feet. I don't want to climb up. I've been in real world scenarios where I broke off the circle and was it gave it some power, initiated a climb, and I was back in the clouds, and I had to go missed when I had the runway right there, and I had to go all the way around and do it again. So you want to simulate, like, that cloud layer is right here. So now you're flying a traffic pattern like I do in the Piper Cub at 500 feet. So you want to
Skyline 1344 uniform, fly runway heading, climb and maintain 2000, runway 18 cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading, climb, maintain 2000, 44 uniform.
Scout 23 Mike Zulu, runway 18 cleared to land, wind 1906.
18 clear land, thank you, 23 Mike Zulu.
739 Papa Charlie, Ocala Tower, hold short of runway 18 for release, be just a couple of minutes.
Holding to runway 18.
So you want to keep it close so you can see that runway, and you want to keep your altitude as well. So now you're practicing 500-foot patterns. You haven't practiced landings in a while working on instrument, right? Now you're doing 500-foot Piper Cub kind of patterns. So it'll turn into almost like a power off 180 in a second here. My flaps are already at 10 though. See how we're already configured? We're already thinking ahead. Before landing checklist one more time. Fuel, mixtures, good. In and locked, seat belts. Deferred for carb heat and more flaps. That'll be my touchdown point carb heat, power back. I'm going to go 20 degrees of flaps now. I'm already cleared to land, and all I'm going to do is it's a little bit of a tighter pattern here. Or I could keep flying this 600 feet until I'm normally 600 feet like I am on base. It's up to you.
Skyline 44 uniform, contact Jackson.
But what you have to do is always keep the runway in sight. So you have to do what's best for that scenario. Got my power back to just about idle. Always, I chose to keep it close and just keep that runway in sight and adjust my altitude accordingly here. I'm already cleared to land, turn in for 18 now. Just 20 degrees of flaps, about all I need. For nice, easy land, I'm already at 70. Manage my airspeed appropriately. You don't need to use all those flaps if you manage the airspeed appropriately. Especially as I turn in this wind. Look at that, I'm 70 right now in final. It's perfect. I'm back to idle. I got a great sync rate. 70, slow in, slow in. Everything's good. Already clear to land. A little bit of trim to help me here. And taking those eyes down that runway and just holding it here. Eyes down the runway, holding it here. Holding it here, and there's the ground. Hold that nose for a second, and set her down gently. Not too bad, huh? Let me get off the runway.
23 Mike Zulu, turn left Alpha 6, and you can taxi back to the T hangars this frequency.
Alpha 6, the T's with you. Thank you, 23 Mike Zulu. Bring up my flaps here. So how was that? Part 2, pretty exciting. A different style of video, a little bit of a longer video for social media and everything else. I hope you'll like this video, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook as well. Also hope if you love these videos, you think these are good, the videos we put out there for free, you're going to love the paid videos inside our online ground school as well. There's a link below this video to take a free trial of our online ground school. Free 2-week trial of, again, the ground school of your choice. Private, instrument, commercial, FOI, whatever you want to work through. Take a 2-week trial of that. There's a link in the description below this video. Can't wait to read your comments on YouTube, on Facebook. Do make sure you like us, follow, subscribe to us there. Enjoy the rest of your day, and most importantly, remember, a good pilot is always learning. Have a great day, guys. We'll see ya.
I sincerely hope you loved watching this video. These videos you see online are simply just the tip of the iceberg of what we do here at MzeroA.com. MzeroA is a complete private, instrument, commercial, and FOI online ground school. Everything is done at your own pace online. You watch our lessons, also online, take practice exams, all from any device. If you love these free videos we put out here on YouTube and Facebook, I encourage you to check out our complete online ground school for the knowledge test, check ride, and most importantly, setting you up to make you that safe, real-world pilot. Take a 2-week free trial, no strings attached, of our online ground school by visiting MzeroA.com/trial.